Afternoon, YouTube family. Sayuri Smith here with just some words. I was having a conversation this morning about women who dance in the strip club and what they should expect from men. And many people go to the strip club for different reasons. Some people go to get entertained, but some people go to solicit people for sex. I have a problem with that because the internet is big. We got a lot of technology that helps us find exactly what we're looking for. So, if you go into a strip club and you're trying to solicit sex from somebody who came to dance, that was actually the debate that I was having. And then the conversation turned to, are the women actually, and excuse my language, but these are words that we're using, are strippers hoes? Now, all church girls aren't saved. They just go to church. All strippers, not hoes, because hoes sell sex. Okay? It's intercourse, sexual acts. Okay? This is my opinion, okay? So, people could say, well, if you charge somebody, if you get naked and you dance for somebody, that's selling yourself. Okay, so when you're at work and you're dealing with a customer that you don't like, and you have to smile at them, and you have to bow down to them and humble yourself and tell them they're right, because the customer's always right. And, and if you wasn't getting paid for it, you wouldn't do it. Are you selling yourself? And is that better because you're not naked? Is it better because, I don't know. I don't know the difference. My thing is this. When somebody say hoes around me, I'm not offended. But I won't say because somebody is a stripper that automatically makes them a hoe, because it's just not true. Okay? So just because somebody dance don't mean that they're a hoe. Now, this is a revelation. Strip club is a dungeon. It's a place full of spirits, negative spirits, bad things, okay? Alcoholism, drug use. Yeah, you do have prostitution happening there. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to say, nobody's doing it. I'm just saying that you cannot assume that everybody is there is with whatever you're on when you come in there. It's not like an open bar. It's not an a la carte. It's not, well, I'm going to go in here and just order it up. And whoever comes past me, if I like them, they will be with what I'm on. Untrue. Okay? Don't go in there with that. Don't do that. Okay? Guys, whoever going to soliciting people inside, don't do that. Okay? Dancers. When people do that, they're trying to put a spirit on you and they solicit you and ask you how much do it cost. You get so tired of hearing that question. How much is it? How much is it? How much is it? Then you start to put a price on yourself. But when you say I'm priceless, God is going to provide for me. Because in James, the book of James says that all perfect gifts come from above. Okay? So that means that I don't have to lower myself to get anything that God has for me. Okay? Lowering myself means doing something that I would not normally do for money. I started dancing because I was an awesome dancer. Okay? If it wasn't about dancing, well, you got to do this and that. I don't have to do that. I'm still going to get paid in here. I'm not going to get money from you because that's what you want. That's what you're looking for. I'm not getting ready to do that. And a lot of dancers, we start to feel like we have to bend and shape ourselves to be what customers want us to be. And it's kind of true. That's true with all jobs. But you do not have to sell your soul and change and morph. If a man he has an attitude that all women are in the strip club is hoes, or when we got the debate about hip hop, calling females out of their name. In my opinion, and I'm gonna say my opinion. Again, in my opinion, I don't get offended when I hear about the hoes and the bees, and I don't care, because you know what? They exist. And they make songs about them. I don't know why they want to give them all the attention, because it's hoes female dogs that they like to call females, and then there's a woman. A woman is not going to respond to somebody else being called out of their name. If a man in general is calling these hoes in here this and that, okay, in general, generally speaking, because I've worked in a strip club, I know some of the girls fit the category. I can't correct him on that. I don't know everybody individually. I'm not getting ready to defend it. I see a lot of stuff in the strip club, so I'm not getting ready to say, why you talking about us like that? Why? Who is us? You're not talking about me. I know they exist. I know they're around. Why am I mad? How am I really mad that he said that word and he's referring to a female who only have a vagina in common with me? We just got the same body parts. She's carrying hers differently. She have a different name. That's how I feel. But I also feel like because you're in that environment, adult entertainers, women, we start to allow things to be spoken into us. That's why it's very important to know who God is for yourself, so that you know how God feel about you, what God said about you, because God didn't call you that. A devil called you that. Okay? And a devil is going to call you something to make you respond and make you do what he wants you to do. He's going to call you a hoe because he wants you to sell sex to him. He's going to call you a B word because he's trying to push you down so that you're apologetic and so that you go back on what you're trying to say to hold up your womanhood. If you can hold on to your womanhood enough and seek God and ask God what it is that he would like you to do and how to carry yourself, even in the strip club, even until you get out, he will uphold you and you will not lower yourself. You will not demean yourself. You will have respect for yourself. And the only way you can demand respect from somebody is to have it for yourself first. If you don't have it first, nobody's going to follow you and have respect for you. That's just like if somebody's giving you something for free, you're not going to pay because it's already free. You already got it in your hand. You know what I mean? So if we sit up here and say, well, these men just shouldn't call us that. That's telling the devil not to be the devil, and you're just not going to be able to convince the devil not to be the devil. Only thing you can do is figure out how to get to God. Get scriptures for strippers. I would just say read the Bible, and that's why I wrote scriptures for strippers, because people say them girls need Jesus. Them girls need the Bible. They need to read the Word. They need to know the Lord. I mean, God save them. Yeah, God can save us. He saved me. He brought me out. First of all, I know who God was before I went in there in the first place. Okay? And that didn't keep me from going just because I knew who he was. I still went and I made money and I was happy. I was hollering and praising God for the money that I made because I was using the talent that God gave me to get the money. Okay? It wasn't like, well, I'm so sexy, I get paid. I'm so hot, these guys love me, I got so much game. I'm not playing games. I'm here to dance, and that's what I want to do. Okay? So when God gives you a talent and you're able to use it, that's what you should focus on. Don't focus on being sexy, because when you focus on being sexy inside a strip club especially, you become a sex object. And when you become a sex object, the only value you have is your sexual ability. And once you show your sexual ability, then you're selling sex, which make you a hoe, okay? So, because hoes sell sex, sexual intercourse, this is just my opinion, but it's a thin line. You can do this job and get out. If you don't have rules to how you do this job, you ain't gonna make it out. You're never going to transition out. Even if you can't dance no more, your legs broke, you can never translate those skills and that what you learn in the club to any other job environment. Any type of employment involve customer service. You need to learn how to speak to people. You need to learn how to deal with people who aren't happy. But that don't mean you have to make everybody happy if it's causing you to do something outside of yourself against yourself. So when a man calls you a hoe, that's a demon speaking to you. And you need to be able to speak back to that demon. And the only way to speak to a demon and win is called spiritual warfare. is to have the word inside of you and to know what the Bible said about you so that you can tell the devil how he's a lie. Because people always say the devil is a lie, and the devil say, how am I a lie? And then you starting to think about, well, you trying to explain it. Only thing you can do is say what the word say. The word says, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. I'm a child of the Most High God. God made me. He made me in his image. That means that I can speak what I want. Nothing else on the planet can speak but people. Okay? So that's how I'm in his image. I can talk. And you can talk. But you are trying to speak something that's not in me into me to get something out of me, and I'm not going to allow that demon devil. Okay? So if you want somebody to do whatever sexual act you want, you have the wrong one. Don't fall for that. You are not in the club to do anything sexual. It's a very sensual environment. Yeah, you might be naked. Maybe you work at a club where you don't have to get naked, but you still are being sexy. That's a gift. You know, I mean, that's what women are. Okay? We got body parts that men like to see. Hey, you wanna pay me to look? Okay. But you don't have to go past that. Okay? You don't. To get paid. And you may leave some money on the table, but the only way to do this job right is to leave more money on the table than you take home. Because there are going to be some propositions. There are going to be some offers. There are going to be some opportunities. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. Don't go for that. It's not necessary. Make slow money. Slow money is better than fast money. Even though everybody think, you're a stripper, you make fast money, you can make slow money in a fast environment if you're doing it right. And I'm not trying to say you should go and be a dancer or you should start to be a stripper. It's a good thing. All I'm saying is if you're in it, I'm leaving you room to possibly get out. Okay? Because God is everywhere. He's everywhere. He's not, there's nowhere he's not. The Bible says, even if you make your place in hell, he's there. He's everywhere. He made everything. So he's watching you. And I know one day, you're not talking about it now, you're probably not even thinking about it now. But you're going to have to leave out of that club and do something else with your life. Leave yourself room to have a clean name, clean reputation, so that you can make a clean break. So that you don't have to break so many different bad habits off yourself. You're going to have some bad habits, but don't let it be spoken into you, because I'm going to tell you something. There are women who've never danced in a club who feel like they have to have sex with a manager or somebody in power to have something, to have a position, to be employed. It's a spirit and it's an attitude towards yourself that somebody else is taking advantage of. They're not making you do it, but they're influencing you. It's some spirit somewhere, sometime has influenced you to make you feel like you should allow men to have their way with you in order for you to get something. And that's just not true. You can get something without doing that. And I want it to be reinforced over and over and over and over. Anybody can be redeemed. If you really, and I'm going to say this too before I say that. Nobody calls hoes to their face. If man is that's my friend, girl, you got all these friends, male friends. You don't understand how they talk about you. You don't understand. You're not their friend. Tell them no to something they want and see how they respond to you. See if they're still around. See if you tell them, no, I don't want to sleep with you. No, I don't want to go out with you. I don't want you to touch me like that. And see how they turn on you. And guess what? That's when they start calling you that name. You know why? Because they're trying to speak that back into you. You was acting like a hoe at first, which I didn't have to call you no hoe. I didn't have to try to convince you to do nothing. But now I got to put you back in your place because you're standing up for yourself against me, against the demon. The demon is talking, because even that man needs to be delivered. Even that man don't know he is bound up, and he's trying to speak something into you because something was spoken into him. Because the devil is everybody's enemy, even that guy. That guy's not your enemy. But since the enemy is in him, this is your attitude toward him. I'm not going to do that. And watch how he's not your friend no more. And guess how he move on to the next girl who lets him have his way with her. And when he try to call you a name because you're not doing it, that's that devil trying to speak that back into you so that you can do what he wants you to do. When somebody calling you out of your name, that means they're trying to call you into something else. And you should be glad that they're mad. Because if they was happy, that means you will be sad and you'll be crying yourself to sleep at the end of the night. Trust it. You can't keep doing that and feel full and glad and fulfilled in your life. No, it don't work that way. So, depending on God, knowing what God said about you, embracing the fact that He is your creator is the key to life. Inside or outside the club, before, after, or during employment at a club, wherever you are, okay? Wherever you are. So, if you don't know what's in the Bible, what you need, order Scriptures for Strippers. It's on Amazon, or you can go to the website. I put a link up. Get the book so that you know where to go to encourage yourself in the Lord. Because once you get a relationship with God, when people say stuff to you, it's not going to matter. If it don't match up with what God said, it's not even going to affect you. You're not going to be upset and mad. You may be surprised because they say so many different ways, and it gets kind of entertaining sometimes. You know, they try to. It's funny if you know who God is. It's like, wow, look at you. You're ashamed. You're pitiful. Those customers that try to do that to you are pitiful. They are predatory. They are spiritually trying to drain, molest, and just kill you. Because once you don't have respect for yourself, you begin to die. You begin to hurt yourself in ways that separate you from God. You drink a whole lot. Your spirit starts to ache because of these things that's spoken into you to hurt you and to take advantage of you and to make you an object, to make you soulless, to make you, when you damage your spirit, you become less of a human being. You are more like an animal or a pet. You're like less than a human. So if you're less than a human, you start treating yourself, you call yourself names. You call yourself, you want to match up with what's been said to you. You don't have to do that. So I don't want to hold you up. I know you got to go. But next upload, I will have the book out. I just had to get that off my chest before I started because, you know, that was on me real heavy. But go follow me on Instagram, Sayuri Smith, one word. On Twitter, Sayuri Smith, one word. Subscribe to this channel. I will be putting up more posts. And feel free to leave comments. Okay? All right.